Member from Little Bow.
Mr. Speaker, last year was another tough one on Alberta farmers. Besides the uncertainty of the unpopular Bill 6 legislation, some had very wet conditions to deal with. Some areas of Alberta have declared agricultural disasters. Alberta has 1 million acres of unharvested acres still laying in the field. Although insured through AFSC, many farms are concerned about paying bills as insurance payouts will not happen until spring. Why are farmers getting notices from AFSC that they'll be penalized for late payments on premiums when they still haven't been paid out from the same company for unharvested crops?
Minister of Agriculture and Forestry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you for the member for the question. Without a doubt, last season was a bit of a roller coaster. We started out dry, became wet. Some counties it never stopped raining, without a doubt. But I am happy to report that 90% of unharvested acres have been inspected, and currently there's only 2 farmers that yet have to remain to be inspected for their payouts. So I'm very happy with the work that our public service are doing at AFSC. They're doing a bang-up job. We'll continue to do so. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Can't comment. Given that the farmers have limited options to deal with these crops, double disking, harrowing, perhaps burning, and given that Alberta Crop Business and Development has advised clients to burn the cereal crops because of mycotoxins in the cereals, and also because combining that crop could spread fusarium throughout the entire field, Minister, in light of the fire ban in Lamont County, has your department developed a plan with municipalities to deal with the destruction of these crops, given the small timeline that farmers have before they have to start thinking about seeding?
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and the member for the question. We have been in conversation with Lamont County and other counties as well to ensure that the counties have the tools they need to be able to help their farmers to get the crops off so they're able to sow this spring. Hoping as well for a dry spring, because otherwise we're going to be in a very similar situation. So, Mr. Speaker, absolutely talking to the counties, looking for those options to ensure that our farmers can again be successful. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Second supplemental.
Given that a controlled burn of these crops may be the best option for farmers to reduce the chance of disease, pestilence, and to control vermin, and given that these farmers understand that the fires could have impact on the environment, I hope you're beginning to see where I'm headed here. To the Minister, what assurances can you give farmers that there will be no repercussions from your government should using controlled burns run afoul of your environmental vision?
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, member, for the most peculiar question. Interesting in some aspects, I suspect. But you know, a crop. You know, if one of the many options, the option could be a very viable option to be able to burn those crops to get their things in. No way does that fit into the climate leadership plan. You know, I encourage the member to read the climate leadership plan, and I encourage him to point out where it actually talks about burning the crops. I don't believe it does. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.